business. It's called B-roll. It often refers to the stock footage that is used and then reused as visual wallpaper in television news reports. Now, B-roll can be scenic shots for tourism stories. It can be retail shots for stories about the economy, or crowded sidewalks to illustrate pieces on public opinion. Many TV outlets have their own B-roll library, but sometimes they will buy the footage from outside production companies. Here's a spoof sales pitch, our web video of the week, from a fake production company that's peddling some raw material that has a familiar look to it. We'll see you next time at The Listening Post.
Do you need shots of ordinary people doing things for your next commercial? We got that B-roll.
We got that B-roll.
Two men pointing at an office file? We got that B-roll. Bored man flipping through channels? We got that B-roll. Angry man in traffic? Yeah, we got that B-roll. What do you want him to wear? Casual? Upscale casual? Business? We got that B-roll. Why does he look so upset? Maybe he's late for work. Nope, he's at work. He's a B-roll actor. Think that's all the B-roll we got? Not even close. Overwhelmed man trying to pay bills? Yeah, we got it. Frustrated man looking for a job in the paper? You know we got it. And lunch meeting success. Hey, look, that's me. I like my B-roll so much I'm in it. Kirk Gibson hitting a game-winning home run in the '88 World Series. No! That's too specific. That is not B-roll. Doctor talking to smiling patient. We got that B-roll. Man having trouble sleeping. Got it. What's his problem? He doesn't like being in B-roll? I was just in some B-roll and I loved it. The sneezer, backache, headache, and depressed woman touching a wall. Why is she touching the wall? I don't know. That's what depressed people do, right? Don't judge the B-roll. Listen, we got all that B-roll and thousands more.
We got that B-roll.
You know we do.
To order your B-roll, call 1-800-BBB-ROLL. That's 1-800-BBB-ROLL. Call now.
Malaysia has created the world's tallest self-installing wellhead platform and designed the largest and most advanced racecourses. Discover Malaysia's service excellence at the Malaysia Services Exhibition Abu Dhabi. Register with Martrade.
The relocation of the Ahmadiyya has magnified the issue of religious intolerance in Indonesia. Is this inevitable in a multicultural society? And is the government turning a blind eye? 101 East at this time on Al Jazeera.
He's taken stolen goods and he's now dumping them onto the world without any sort of consideration for consequences.
From people making the news.
If the North will be saved a lot of trouble, I think it is important that they should come together.
To those it affects.
We do accept that there was very bad mistakes made in our banking area.
Behind the headlines.
Most South Koreans are not interested in reunification.
Is the inside story. At this time on Al Jazeera.
Homes have crumbled and many buildings have been left just empty shells.
Tensions are high. Riot police trying to control thousands of Greek protesters on the streets of Athens.
A British court has approved the go-ahead for WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange to be extradited.
Gaddafi is waging a war against the Libyan people. They are killing civilians mercilessly. They're using ammunition, live ammunition.
Rhythms of resistance.
A part of the struggle and popular resistance is art. Through my art, I resist. Resistance is my art, and my art is my war.
Musicians using music as a way to maintain their cultural identity.
I believe that when I sing to the world, I portray Palestine through my voice, my singing, and my songs.
Songs from the lost homeland. At this time on Al Jazeera.
This is Al Jazeera.
Hello, welcome to this news hour. I'm Adrian Finnegan from Al Jazeera News Centres here in Doha and London, and live from right across Libya. These are the main stories. Gaddafi forces launch a fierce counter-offensive on opposition rebels across Libya. Meanwhile, Gaddafi loyalists take to the streets of Tripoli in support of their leader.
I'm Tony Bertley near Ras Lanouf in eastern Libya, where opposition forces have taken ground and are now said to be engaged in further heavy fighting with units of Gaddafi's army.
In London, I'm Felicity Barr with the latest from Europe, including...
I can confirm there is a small British diplomatic team in Benghazi. We are in contact with them.
But that British team, including special forces, is currently being held by opposition troops.
And thousands of demonstrators crowd central Manama in protest at the government and the king. A protracted, drawn-out war. That's how some observers are describing the ongoing conflict in Libya. Hopes of a quick resolution, like the one we saw in Tunisia and in Egypt, are melting away fast. Let's bring you up to speed. The government says that it's taken on protesters in Tobruk, although sources tell AlJazeera that rebels are still in control there. In Benghazi, the seat of the uprising, the rebels say that they're in control, despite government claims to the contrary. And in the oil-producing town of Ras Lanouf, our sources say that there have been airstrikes today, and there's been fierce fighting in Bin Jawad, which the opposition captured briefly before being pushed back by Gaddafi loyalists. In Misrata, the rebels say that they're under fire from government forces, but have not lost control of the city. We're getting reports that AlJazeera is under attack by pro-Gaddafi military planes. And in the capital, Tripoli, heavy machine gun fire was heard early on Sunday morning. The government says that that was in celebration. Here's AlJazeera's Lawrence Lee with the latest.
Everything in this conflict depends on who you believe. And in Tripoli, they really believe there's a lot to celebrate. According to the authorities, all these celebrations are spontaneous expressions of popular joy that their forces have taken back control of the towns of Zawiya and Misrata from the rebels, or thugs as they're described on Libyan state TV.
It's the time of victories in Libya, and as you see, that's today, last night and this morning, it's time of victory of the people in Libya. These people you see is the people, is true people of Libya. There is nobody in this state or in this city against Gaddafi.
Every assertion, every claim is subject to contradiction. Rebel forces in Zawiya still say they're in control, despite ferocious fighting over several days. Yet even reporting that runs the risk of infuriating the Libyan authorities, which provided the Associated Press with these aerial images of the main square in the town. Unfortunately, there was no explanation of the arrows, nor any analysis of what these pictures demonstrate. Libyan state TV is limiting what it shows entirely to places under the control of pro-Gaddafi forces, with not a single frame of video from the east of the country, which means there's no reason why people in Tripoli should know that the new front line of the fighting has moved closer to Gaddafi's hometown of Sirte. These pictures show a small unit of rebels having reached the little town of Bin Jawad, where they came under fire from the air. Still, Libyan TV offered opinions